Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our shows tonight, several Suncoast homeowners are wondering if now is the time to invest in flood insurance. Some can protect their homes for under $500 a year, but others could end up paying 10 times that amount, depending on their location. ABC7's Erica Jackson shows us why many Floridians are still opting to drop that coverage.
For dozens of condo owners in this complex, when it rains, it pours, and hurricane season is heating up, which means these homeowners could see a lot more flooding and damage to their units.
When you're getting 20, 30 inches of rain that's being dumped in an area, that water's got to go somewhere.
Waking up to a flooded home is becoming a common sight for some Suncoast residents.
Farm Bureau Insurance, this is Clint. How can I help you?
For insurance agent Clint Bailey, the answer should be simple. Invest in flood insurance.
You're at a high risk. The entire state of Florida is a flood zone.
But flood zones within the state are constantly changing, which is one reason why 16% of Floridians have dropped the coverage in the last 5 years.
When that annual bill rolls around each year, it kind of gets put on the back burner and they don't have the flood insurance anymore.
Another reason, according to Peter Bucer and his fiancee Lois Sewell, insurance premiums are rising faster and more often than flood waters.
We can't afford the flood insurance. So, I mean, what do you do?
Their condo is in a high-level flood zone, which they say would cost close to $5,000 in annual premiums. But it would have come in handy as Bucer repaired damage from Hurricane Hermine last year, work that was washed away in last weekend's thunderstorms.
I put 250 hours in this, and all the work, all the money, everything's gone.
You don't know what to do, because the only thing you can do is get your stuff to higher ground.
Bucer believes it's Manatee County's responsibility to buy the properties that are affected by flooding on a weekly basis.
This should either be a park that floods, like the celery fields, or they need to come in here and this needs to be a catch basin.
But Bailey says homeowners need a quicker solution and should act fast since hurricane season is in full swing.
There is a standard 30-day waiting period that is required by FEMA before the policy can actually go into effect.
Right now, a new flood insurance policy would not go into effect until early October, but there is an exception for new homeowners. Reporting in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Erica. And certainly many people on the Suncoast watching the skies and also watching a system developing out there in the Atlantic. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on that first alert weather forecast. Wendy.
Well, we've seen the rain all night long, and we continue to see showers streaming on in from the Gulf of Mexico. Some heavier bands moving in from the Fort Myers area, starting to move on up towards Hardee and DeSoto counties, and there are some strong showers embedded there. And then we've got all of this moisture still making its way onshore. We're going to be seeing that along the coastline for the next couple of hours. We've got to get all of this on through, and you can see all of this wet weather, especially over Arcadia. Some very strong showers and thunderstorms there as they're continuing to move off towards the north and east. We just have plenty of moisture out there. It's all streaming on in from the Gulf of Mexico as this trough of low pressure, which sits on top of us, begins to lift on to the north. It still has to take all of this along with it, and that's what's going on throughout the nighttime hours tonight. So presently it's 77 degrees. We're still getting some showers, some of them light showers across Manatee and Sarasota counties, but we have 100% humidity. The dew point is 77 degrees, and the winds are fairly calm right now. They're coming in out of the southeast at around 7 miles per hour. We've had pockets of heavy rains throughout the nighttime hours, 1 to 3 inches of rain in some locations. And of course, as we take a look out farther out into the Atlantic, we're dealing with our system here. You can see the eye of this hurricane as it continues to move towards the west. This is Irma, and we're going to be talking about Irma a little bit more in detail in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. And another storm that causing serious havoc throughout the United States, Harvey, and the death toll continuing to rise in Texas tonight as people continue to clean up the mess left behind by that hurricane. Tonight, President Donald Trump and the First Lady are back in the White House after touring storm-ravaged Texas and Louisiana earlier today, spreading cheer and inspecting the damage left behind. Officials say at least 44 people have now died in that storm. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in Houston with a developing situation out there.
Floodwater still rising in parts of southeast Texas.
Even though they said it crested, it hasn't, because it keeps coming up higher.
Leading to new mandatory evacuations.
I don't think people realize the catastrophes that are down in these coastal areas.
And urgent calls for help.
There's a lot of people that are still trapped across the road. They just need food and water.
The city of Beaumont going into its 4th day without running water. The National Guard rushing in supplies. President Trump thanking service members for their ongoing efforts.
You have done so much.
During his trip with the First Lady to Texas and Louisiana. Spending the afternoon serving meals and visiting families in this Houston shelter.
Really, I think people appreciate what's been done.
And touring some of Hurricane Harvey's aftermath. The communities now drying out, where thousands are returning home to find everything they own destroyed.
All this is replaceable. I just thank God for my life.
The Astros celebrating that strength at their first home game since the storm.
And another example of how this community is coming together. At this shelter alone, they've already had 12,000 volunteers sign up to help. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Houston.
And tensions continuing to rise tonight between the United States and North Korea. South Korea officials releasing these photos tonight showing North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inspecting a new hydrogen bomb meant to be loaded into an intercontinental ballistic missile. If that's what these pictures suggest, it could mean that a new missile test may soon be taking place. North Korea conducted its first ever ICBM missile test in July, part of a stunning and worrisome jump in progress for that country's nuclear missile program. Well, this holiday weekend, you can be sure local law enforcement is cracking down on drivers who are driving under the influence. Overnight, 3 drivers were arrested in Manatee County, 2 for DUI. So if you're going out and aren't sure whether you'll be under the legal limit to drive, AAA is once again offering their tow-to-go services through Tuesday morning. All you have to do is call the toll-free number, their toll-free number, and you can get a free confidential ride home for you and your car, or at least to a safe location within a 10-mile radius of home. If you think that you might need that number, it is 855-2TOW-TO-GO or 855-286-9246. Well, there's a new flight from Miami bound for Seattle taking off tonight, and on board are several passengers who had a serious brush with Mother Nature. After just minutes in the air, lightning struck their plane, causing the aircraft to shake. The pilot announcing to the worried passengers that they would be turning around.
Plane turned around, the pilot came on and said we were turning around going back because we got hit by lightning, and they wanted to make sure everything was okay. We got back. The guy did a wonderful job landing that plane, and it was a little scary of a landing. I've been on a lot of landings, but that one was pretty tough.
As a precaution, rescue crews waited at the tarmac for that flight's return, and fortunately, no one was injured. American Airlines releasing a statement saying, quote, "The flight landed safely and is currently being replaced by another aircraft. We will get our passengers on their way as soon as possible." Well, if you're looking for a job, the United States Postal Service in Sarasota is looking to hire for several temporary positions through the holidays. The positions will be available from November through January, certainly a busy time of year. The salary is $16.62 an hour. Job responsibilities include clerk duties required to process mail and using automated mail processing equipment. If you're interested, you can find more information and apply online at USPS.com/career and be one of Santa's helpers this holiday season. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, Manatee County homes devastated by flooding get a helping hand. A look at how the community is working together to get a neighborhood back on its feet, and the backup plan available to pet owners to help them find their missing best friend.
Suncoast students are back in school, and a lot happens before your kids hear that first bell. You need local information before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5. Get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just preparing for your day, get local stories that impact you. Watch ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 1-800-468-1930. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffy Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
What a nice silver lining there to an otherwise terrible situation. Well, tonight, Sarasota County's emergency management team is monitoring flood conditions near the Myakka River. They were joined by the Salvation Army earlier today, helping families prepare for the possibility of more damage. Volunteers handing out water bottles and cleaning supplies. Emergency management expects the river level to drop to minor flood stage by tomorrow afternoon. Well, by now, many have seen the heart-wrenching pictures of pets stranded in those flooding out in the Gulf Coast. So how can owners prepare to be separated from their animals? Well, having a microchip or a GPS collar can help out a lot, but one Florida man has developed a backup plan. It's a type of social link that alerts local animal clinics, hospitals, rescues, and veterinary offices and shelters, within a 25 to 50 mile radius of your pet's last known location, with information about your missing pet.
The pet owner doesn't know necessarily that their pet might not end up in a shelter rescue. More than half the time it's going to end up in a veterinarian's office. And what I noticed that every single vet had at least 1 to 10 strays. They had your pet, but they didn't know how to get in contact with you.
According to the American Humane Association, a staggering 1 in 3 pets will become lost at some point in their lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that. Wendy, have you ever lost sight of Winston, your dog?
Yes, once upon a time, and I freaked out.
It's a bad feeling.
It's a horrible
helpless feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It turned out he was under a bed.
But
Winston. I couldn't find him, and that was scary. I know, it was
the
awful.
feelings were real.
Yes.
Maybe not the situation,
gosh.
but the feelings very real.
No, it was scary. It was scary. So this sounds like a good idea what this man has got planned.
Hey, anything helps.
Well, I'll tell you what's a bad idea is this continuous rain, and we have been seeing it all night long. It's been taking place across Sarasota, Manatee County. It was a little bit heavier down in Charlotte County, but it's all been coming on in as a result of this trough that's sitting on top of us. And that trough is lifting on towards the north, but it is allowing all of this wet weather to move on through. You can see the heavier showers and thunderstorms right around Charlotte County, again moving on from the Gulf of Mexico right on shore, and is now beginning to move on up towards the north and east. So we're still seeing the rains coming on in. You can see the showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're really diminishing quite a bit, but we've got about another hour before these showers are completely over for the night. And then we're going to be left with cloudy conditions, and then the rain comes back again tomorrow morning, and we're going to see it right along the coast, and then it's all going to start to move towards the east. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then on Monday, things are going to start to clear up a little bit more. We won't see as much in the form of rain, so things will be a little cloudy, partly cloudy skies for Monday, but tomorrow we still have the rain back in our forecast. Well, today, earlier in the day at any rate, we did have a high of about 88 degrees, lower than normal because of all the cloud cover around. And right now it's 77 degrees. Our dew point is also at 77 degrees, and our humidity is saturated 100%. The winds are calm right now, and we are still getting rain, at least at the airport, and of course, as we saw, around the area. Now, as we move on out, farther out into the Atlantic, of course, we're in the heat of the hurricane season, and this is the latest information that we now have on Irma. Moving towards the west at 14 miles per hour. It's a Category 2 hurricane, but as it continues to move on towards the west, we're going to see this system get stronger. And so by tomorrow, it's going to become a Category 3, and then what we're looking at is that by Thursday, we're going to see it move into a Category 4 hurricane. And it'll be located moving in the direction of the United States, but right now we still don't know exactly where it's going to make landfall. So the thinking is that it could be anywhere from Florida all the way up through New Jersey, New York. There's that possibility as well. This is what the latest hurricane models are showing, is that Irma is going to continue to move more towards the west and then towards the southwest before starting to move on up towards the northwest. And right now we still have some models bringing it to Florida, and others are going to take it a little farther towards the north. Now, in the meantime, not only do we have Irma, but we've got this other system that's located to the south and east. And so this one is one to watch as well, because it could become a tropical storm in the next 5 days. We've got it as a 70% chance of that happening, and it's riding a little bit farther to the south. And so that's one that we're going to continue to keep our eyes on, because the chances of it developing are very, very good. For boaters, winds will be out of the southeast during the morning hours and then shifting around. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop, and the temperature is only going to get to about 88 degrees tomorrow at the beaches because of the cloud cover and the rains that we're going to be seeing. And then we've got a 30 to 40% chance of rain over the next couple of days. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. It's college football's kickoff weekend. We got some highlights coming up in sports.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Now, sports. College football, we have missed you. It's kickoff weekend, and a couple of Florida teams were playing in those prime time slots. Number 3 Florida State taking on top-ranked Alabama in one of the highest-ranking openers ever, and that is a high-flying grab by Auden Tate early on for the Seminoles. Later on in the second quarter, DeAndre Francois, IMG product from around here in Bradenton, finding Tate again on the fade, and the Noles take a 7-3 lead. But Jalen Hurts and the Tide quick to answer. Hurts, deep pass to a wide-open Calvin Ridley. That's a 55-yard touchdown for the lead, and Bama would not relinquish it. They score 14 unanswered, win it 24-7, and worse for Noles fans, DeAndre Francois going down with an apparent knee injury in that one. The Florida Gators are ranked 17th in the country, opening against number 11 Michigan. Florida without 10 players due to suspension. They lost 3 DBs to the NFL draft, but doesn't seem to matter. Duke Dawson taking this tip pass 48 yards for UF's first touchdown of 2017, tying the game at 10. Next drive, it's another high pass and another pick, this time C.J. Henderson. And yeah, he's taken that one to the house for the lead, but second half was all Michigan. Former Riverview Ram Karan Higdon giving Blue the lead with a 3-yard touchdown run. Florida loses its opener for the first time in 27 years, 33-17 the final. That's the longest opener win streak in the nation. Charlie Strong and the 19th ranked University of South Florida Bulls getting a handful in their opener against Stony Brook. First quarter backed up in their own end zone. The Bulls punt attempt is blocked. It stays in bounds, and the Seawolves jump on it for a touchdown and the lead. But later on in the first, the Bulls are back in action. Running back Darius Tice able to punch it in and tie things up. USF scores twice in the fourth quarter to avoid the upset. They beat Stony Brook 31-17. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful. That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
NASA astronaut and world record holder Peggy Wilson is finally back on Earth, and she says the thing she is looking forward to the most is pizza and toilets that flush. It's hard to argue with that type of reasoning right there. During her third and latest mission, the 57-year-old biochemist became the oldest woman in space, but that isn't the only record she holds. Counting all of her flights, she has logged 665 days in space, her streak unmatched by any other American astronaut.
Wow.
Amazing. That's a long time up there in the great void.
No kidding. No kidding. Isn't that something, though? Wow. Yeah. That is just amazing to me. That's pretty mind-boggling. And to think that those things that she wants to have experienced first.
I like her already. I've never met her, but I like her. I know that.
That's pretty great.
She had a bird's eye view of some of those hurricanes, too, while she was up there.
Goodness, aren't they something?
Hopefully they're not coming our way.
I know.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.